Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke. Del Taco Tommy says Baggins code AZ12 didn't work. You just go in there and tell them that. Which location? Put it in there. We'll get that figured out immediately. Cody, get on that. Okay,
I'll kill them.
Yeah, we'll get that. Cody, correspond. Okay, we got a lot to get through this show. We're going to talk about Arizona basketball next year. We're going to talk about the SEC versus the Big 12 in basketball. Shear's buying the hype train, but when you look at the SEC and you look at some of these schools, you're like Missouri losing to every single team out of conference, but now they're somehow good because they beat a couple SEC teams. I will bring that up. Florida has...
You just described Arizona.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that Arizona's that good, but guess what? Same thing with also about Florida. Florida has one good win on the season. They didn't beat anybody out of conference.
I do by the SEC. I do.
I know. We'll see. Okay, but we're going to talk all of that. We're also going to talk Dwayne Akina. Here's how Shear is when it comes to things. This makes me laugh every single time.
This is not true. I know what you're going to say, and this is not true.
I can get the most, and this happened during Big 12. Like I had somebody very high up at Arizona that might know, and I was telling Shear all of this, and then he would say, "Oh, nope. The BYU, this BYU blogger says that's incorrect. Arizona's not going to the Big 12." I'm like, dude, I have a much better source than the BYU blogger. So yesterday, I told him, I said, Dwayne Akina leaving. I even
That's not what you said.
That.
You said
what?
He's leaning towards leaving. You never said he is leaving.
And then you sent me a text from somebody and said he's leaving. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's a difference between leaning towards leaving and leaving.
All right. Well, anyways, I have no problem with an ASU message board people. We have basically started the ASU hot search on their board by just throwing random names on there, and these dummies buy it.
It reached Utah yesterday too. Yeah. The Utah board. That was good.
I sent that to Stat Freak. It was great. So we'll get into that as well. But Dwayne Akina, I have no problem with Dwayne Akina doing this. A couple different reasons. First of all, Akina was demoted. Again, I'm not blaming Brennan. He had to do what he had to do. That's fine. Akina was demoted. And guess what? I'm gonna break some news here for everybody. The Texas defensive backs job, which he has been there before, is a better job than the Arizona defensive backs job. I have no problem with it. I love Dwayne Akina. I think nothing less of Dwayne Akina for doing this.
I don't understand why we have to blame anyone. Like people are like, oh, Brent Brennan. Look, Dwayne Akina was paid $840,000. They didn't give him a pay cut or anything. He was being paid $840,000 to be the defensive backs coach. He got demoted. I believe he has a child or there's very close family in Austin. I'm not sure who it is. He's friends with Danson. He's friends with Sark. He's 68 years old. He probably wants to go to try to get a ring. Like it happens. And I don't think it's the fault of anyone.
Yeah. I have no problem.
Blame Terry Joseph.
I have no problem with this. I don't know what else to say. Plus the other thing too, if I'm Dwayne Akina, I got job security now. I can coach at Texas as the defensive backs coach as long as I want. Sark's not going anywhere. Who knows where Brennan is at this time next year? I have no problem with it.
Unless Sark goes to the NFL.
All right. Well, when Sark goes to the NFL, I'll put it to you like this: do you think it's more likely that Sark is?
No. I'm just joking.
But. Yeah, I mean, so again, it's just the way it is.
I keep saying the AD is too cheap. I don't get that argument. $840,000 for Dwayne Akina. He was like the highest paid secondary coach in the nation. Yeah, so it's not money. It's not.
Yes, and so that's where it's at now. Again, it'll be interesting to see what happens with some of the defensive backs. Had a couple parents message me yesterday. I don't know how that all
it'll be. You know what'll be interesting there, Mike, is who's good enough to play at Texas. Straight in Stukes. I love Stukes. Is he good enough for Texas?
Well, if Dwayne Akina considers him the next best nickelback in the country, so if he really believes that, then yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know I'm not saying anybody's leaving. I'm just saying that's the way that
I assume someone like Genesis, they're probably gonna have to, but I'm not sure Genesis stayed for Dwayne Akina anyway.
Yeah, I get it. So we'll, but that's kind of where it's at with Dwayne Akina. Akina's awesome. So I got no problem with that. All right, now we're going to talk. We're in basketball season, so we're going to talk Arizona basketball. We're going to do a little bit of a look ahead, but first I got a bone to pick. All right, listen. I don't want to compare the SEC basketball to Big Ten basketball of years past, where it's always 10,000 teams that get in and they're like, well, yeah, you got all these wins in conference or whatever. The SEC teams look different. I get that. They look different than those crappy Big Ten teams. By the way, I did when I looked at it. I saw the. I watched Big Ten basketball last night. It was disgusting. It was Nebraska and Michigan, two of
That's
the
one of
most
the worst games of the year.
unathletic. Somehow Michigan's ranked 15th in the country, and they stink. It's all unathletic players that aren't very good outside of the one big dude who's not athletic either, so it doesn't matter. So I get that the SEC teams look different, but I do believe that we are now falling into this group think where oh, by the way, Illinois, Iowa tonight. We got a big one tonight, Illinois and Iowa.
They're not losing that game.
Well,
if they do, we will be relentless.
Yes, exactly. But let's talk about the SEC here for a second. Then we're going to get to Arizona basketball. Florida, for example, if Florida were to play Texas Tech on a neutral court, I would have absolutely no problem picking Texas Tech against Florida on a neutral court. Florida beat nobody out of conference. They beat Auburn this year. Awesome. Cool.
But what are you arguing? I don't get it.
Well, they don't beat anybody out of conference, and then
someone has to make the tournament.
I get it, but again, when you've got 14 teams and a team like Florida, everyone's like, Florida, they're the number one, they're a 1 seed. You got to put them. They didn't beat anybody out of conference. They beat 1 or 2 teams in conference, and now it's like, okay, they're and Michigan does stink, Nick.
I don't think Michigan stinks either.
What's that?
I don't think Michigan stinks.
No. But that's where I'm at though with a team like Florida or Missouri. Missouri's ranked like 15. Missouri lost to Illinois. They lost every single good Missouri team. Look up Missouri's out of conference. They lost.
But what does that mean? Look at Arizona's out of conference.
I know, but again, I'm not saying that Arizona is worthy of all this. I'm just saying that all of these teams though, in the SEC outside of 1 or 2. They just kind of beat each other, but they don't do anything out of conference. So therefore,
isn't that most conferences? Isn't that how that works? Isn't that how college basketball works?
Well, again, it brings to me.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, but Mizzou beat Alabama, beat the crap out of them the other night.
Okay.
They beat Florida.
Okay.
I think they're.
What did they do out of conference?
Nothing.
Who did they lose
Kansas.
to?
They beat Kansas by now.
Kansas stinks. Nobody's sitting here and looking at Kansas being good.
But most teams didn't do anything at Houston. You think Houston's good?
Well, again, Houston barely lost to all these teams. If they were in the SEC, they would be
Houston's best win out of conference?
What's that?
Butler.
All right, I'm just saying.
Lost to Auburn, lost to Alabama, lost to San Diego.
But here's my problem, though. Is the SEC getting 14 teams in or whatever? That's ridiculous.
Because who else is getting in?
Oh, we just have to put. So that's the same exact argument, though. That's the same exact argument. Then when people were like with the Big Ten, we got to put 10, 11 teams in there.
Because the bubble's terrible this year. Like you have to put someone in.
All right, Matthew Abrams, great Matthew Abrams. Oh, very much appreciate it. $9.99 super snap. Thank you for all you guys do. Bear down. Also, Sheer, your go-to coffee order is so good. What's your go-to coffee order?
The venti ice shake and espresso.
All right, I'm just saying that. I'm saying this, that I'm going to be very interested to see how the SEC does come NCAA tournament time. I put it out there. I am going on there and saying that the Big 12 will have as many teams in the Elite 8 or more than the SEC. Boom. I did it. Boom.
Look at you.
Yep, I do it. I am going to sit there. I'm going to sit there and say just like that. Okay. All right, now let's get to some Arizona basketball. Now that I got that out of my again, everybody watch this. Yes, everybody watch this. All right, we're going to talk. We've got a sheer hedge segment, by the way, back by popular demand. By the way, where are my notes? By the way,
notes.
Yeah, no, I actually had notes.
Whoa.
No, yeah. Where are they? Oh, all right, Cody. Well, let's go with the sheer hedge segment first, because this is going to be for next year's. This is going to be for Arizona basketball. All right. The Longview Insurance and Investments Hedge of the Week. We are going to talk about sheer hedge or Skier hedge. Skier hedge. We are going to talk, and then I got to go find my notes real quick while you talk. I'm going to put some names on here, and then we're going to start getting into it and talking about where exactly these teams are. All right. Mo Krivas. Is he a starter at Arizona next year?
No. I just can't. I think Henry deserves it, and I think Henry will be on the roster next year.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Henry Vasar, will he be a starter next year?
Yeah.
Okay. Tobe Awaka, will he be a starter next year?
No. I don't think he will.
Koa Peat, will he be a starter next year? Ooh, these are good ones. You're good.
Sure.
No.
I don't
You got to say yes or no, not the
Like,
sure rolling your eyes.
Yeah, and that could change in 14 minutes.
Okay, if he is not the starter next year, is Koa or is Toby?
It'll be a Waka.
Okay, so either way, your starter next year is going to be Tobe Awaka or Koa Peat.
That'd be my guess. Yeah.
Okay, now, why is ADO? Why are all of his metrics when he is in the game? Why is he one of the best players in the country?
Because he's what? Are you talking about that stat that
Evan Maya's got all kinds of stats like this.
Yeah,
where
that's
ADO
when he's matched with Henry Vesar.
Just saying.
Is
Just
he
saying.
the best player?
ADO is generally a common denominator. That's all.
And what?
But that when ADO's on the court, things go better for Arizona.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, sure. ADO and Henry, top duo in America.
All right. KJ Lewis, is he on Arizona's roster next season?
No.
Carter L. Bryant, is he on the roster next season? It's going to be one of those two.
No, yeah, I don't. It's going to be one of those two. That's tough. That's a tough one.
It's going to be one of those two, so you got to go with one of those two.
I'll say Carter. I'll say KJ over Carter right now.
All right, you think that KJ is more likely to be the starting small forward?
Yes.
Than Carter L. Bryant. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Now, within the next 10 days, Arizona will have a new 5-star commitment.
Yes. I hope so.
I agree. Yes. Let's see here. Guys, we have why would Lewis be gone? The only reason Lewis would be gone is because Carter L. Bryant is back. Because I don't believe that KJ Lewis would come back not to start. In my opinion, I have no inside information.
I agree. I agree with
that one. Dwayne Aristod, over or under 13 minutes per game next season?
Under. But I think he's got a really bright. I like him a lot.
Okay. All right. Andre Iguodala's son will commit to the U of A.
Honestly, I don't have a good feel for that recruitment at all, but sure, why not?
Okay.
I really don't. I don't have a good feel at all.
Does he have a committable offer?
Yeah, from what I understand, he does. But I think a lot of it is feel like he's better than Bryce probably, but it's another deal where does he want to develop or does he want to go somewhere and play? His recruitment is super quiet. Like he does not discuss it at all.
Now the great Phil Bueller says Bradley back for one more year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right, there you go. There you go. Sheer Hedge of the week, my friends. All right, now let's get another read in here. Cody, sorry I didn't put all of this down. I am going to just try to. What else do we got here, Cody? Bring it up. What do we got? Oh, duh. Arizona Primary Eye Care. Look at this, Sheer. We can't see anything. Got to say Arizona Primary Eye Care again. Okay, Cody, you can bring it back up now. Okay, there we go. I have just told Cheryl that I'm going to be scheduling my next appointment at Arizona Primary Eye Care to get my checkup, get my contacts, get everything. Now, here's the deal as well. We got to fill them up. They got 8 different ones. 8 different ones. Again, 4 locations for routine exams. Proud partner of Arizona Athletics. Cheryl is the best. 8 locations everywhere. They even got one in Douglas. And perfect place to glow up. And Tony Padilla. We need to get Tony Padilla there so we can get his vision checked. But it wouldn't matter because they can't check your ego at Arizona Primary Eye Care as well. So either way, check it out. Arizona Primary Eye Care. All right, let's talk about next season a little bit. Then we're going to talk about Utah, obviously. We're going to go basically position by position. Stevie Williams, Sly says, where the hell is KJ going? I just don't believe, and this is just my opinion, I don't believe that KJ and Carter will both be here next year.
It's also like, what are the odds that, Caleb Love isn't what are the odds that someone declares for the draft, comes back to school, and then stays at that school multiple years? It's just rare, right?
Right, for sure. Yeah, no, I get it. But it's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those two. Yeah. All right. Javier says, at Mike Luke, can you please talk about Lloyd admitting players not being on time and having no sense of urgency? Isn't that his job to set standards or you don't play? Did he say that players aren't being on time?
No, not at all.
All right, I didn't think he said that. Because I would have had a problem with that. I would have had a major problem with that had he actually said it. Oh, let's see here. Andre Veras, the great Andre Veras. Very, very lucrative Andre Veras. Sheer Hedge. Over under. Oh, 99 is
over.
Snap. 2.5 competent ball handlers. I agree. Yes, I agree.
Over.
All right, Michael S. said he is in the presser. If somebody can get me that exact quote, we will go
He
over
said they
that.
were very casual. I don't believe he ever said they weren't showing up on time.
Yeah, because if I have a big problem if he's not saying that they're not showing up on time. Would you agree with that? That's a major problem if he said that?
Yeah, and I would assume. I mean, I could be wrong. If you could find it, please link it. But
Please.
we would have lost our mind.
Yes. So let's talk about that. If you do have the
Our guys were casual, a little casual shoot around, maybe a little casual showing up on time, and the stuff doesn't work. He didn't mean they were late. He just meant like they were casually kind of arriving and all that.
I don't love that though. I don't.
No, I agree.
All right. If he did, if that was the exact quote, I don't like that quote at all, to be honest with you. Well, let's talk about that quote for a second. I didn't see that. I do apologize. That bothers me a little bit. I'll be honest with you, because I like Tommy a great deal, as everybody knows. Tommy, though, in my opinion, has to be a little bit more of a hard ass at times. I like the fact he doesn't swear and just go off and do all that stuff. But with Kylan Boswell last year, and everything that he was basically just allowed to do. And if you're saying our guys are casual about getting here on time, I don't like that sheer period. I don't like that.
I mean, we'll see. He's meeting with the media here in an hour or so, but
you gonna ask him about it?
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean by that? I mean, I think I'm not trying to play I got you. I'm just saying, Coach, you just said the guys are casual getting there on time. What do you mean by that?
He said, he said he better see a focus group on Monday. So I'm sure someone will ask him if he saw the focus group, and
I just don't. Yeah, that bothers me.
I know, like I think one of the things is like there's a player, I'm not going to name him, so you have to be at the game 90 minutes beforehand. Someone sent me a message that one of the players got there an hour before the game instead of an hour and a half.
That's unacceptable to me. That can't happen. That's
one of your favorite players too.
Is he a starter?
No.
Well, either way, I don't like that. We're going to stick on this for a second. I don't like that, because you have to. At some point, it's like raising a parent. At some point, it's not a starter. Caleb Love's a starter, so if it's not
Caleb Love,
right?
Cody just texted it. Cody's right.
Who is it?
I mean, if it's not a starter, guys, it's only like 3.
Oh yeah, I can't. All right, that's fair. I can't have that. If you're an impact player, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Period. I don't. Is this something? And again, I don't want to put this. I don't want to put this to. Does Tommy have a hard time with confrontation?
I don't know. I don't know enough, because when you watch his practice, Mike, he doesn't.
But when it comes to actually disciplining people, that's an issue. Boswell last year, Boswell was allowed to do whatever he wanted.
You know the real issue to me? Sorry for interrupting.
Go ahead. You
need a coach that's an asshole. Excuse my language. Sorry. You need a coach that is like, like every staff has that guy that'll just ride. Like it was like for Sean Miller, it was Sean Miller, but also it was Book. You need that guy that's going to yell and then be their friend. And it feels like Tommy isn't that dude. Steve Robinson isn't that dude. Like Foy was that dude. If you watched Foy, he would tear players apart. You could understand what he was saying, but it was very impressive.
You need a KO.
Yeah. But KO isn't their friends afterwards.
Yeah. But honestly, though, I think this is an issue. I mean, we can rehash the Boswell thing since they're playing tonight. Boswell was out getting trashed 2-3 times a week. You could say that, well, Tommy got on him about that, but it didn't stop the behavior. It also didn't. Yes, we need you to hit the.
This is new.
Everybody, we got a real push here. We got to get our subscribers up. So very much would appreciate getting our subscribers up. Yes. So everybody pass the words. You can't, so Boswell, so he's out getting trashed. Boswell then decided it was okay to go to the casino and gamble, and the staff, and again, I don't think that and if I get in trouble, I don't really care. It's okay. The staff was more worried about that picture getting out there than Boswell actually being there. I
agree with you on Boswell. I absolutely agree with you. We've discussed this before. What is KJ Lewis's punishment, and how do we know there wasn't one?
Well, his minutes weren't impacted. The only way that you could actually punish a kid is with minutes.
But how do we? Okay, so he played 20 minutes because he got in foul trouble.
Yeah,
he doesn't start. You're playing at a game you lost. Again, like I'm just saying, like, how do we know that yesterday during practice he didn't run the whole time? You know what I mean?
I had Muehlbach on here one time, and he made a point. He wasn't talking about this. He said the only way you can really discipline a player is by saying you ain't playing as much. Period. I don't care about running more. I don't care about having to do more suicides.
Where does that happen?
What's that?
Where does that happen?
It happens all the time.
Where?
You think? Are you kidding me? It happened all the time with Lloyd Olson.
Okay, that Lloyd Olson isn't coaching anymore. This day and age, with NIL and players transferring.
You think Rick Pitino's allowing Boswell to do that?
No, I agree with you on Boswell. I agree 100%.
But that plays
I'm
into
talking like KJ Lewis, a player showing up an hour early, but 20 minutes. Like, where does that happen?
I would imagine it happens all the time. You think that, but here's the other problem though, is that it happens. When you look at it, I just don't believe that you can just do that. KJ Lewis ain't going anywhere this season.
That I agree with too. Like the bigger issue to me is that it happened, not that the discipline that we don't know whether or not it occurred afterwards.
But I also don't believe. All right, hold on. And again, I don't want this because this does bother me about Tommy, and I love Tommy. But real quick, Vegas Falcon 17, appreciate you, my guy. Put this toward the Mike and Jason meet and greet in KC at the Big 12 tourney. Make it happen. $20, appreciate you, man. The fact that it happens, though, the fact that it makes you feel that this continues to happen. That bothers me.
By the way, Bear Down Cats 96. When first grade of the NBA, that's what coaches do. No, they don't. They don't. They don't do it in the NBA. They fine you, but they don't do it.
They fine you. But again, in college, though, you think they're taking money out of KJ's NIL? No.
Here's the difference, Mike. Here's the difficulty you have in college. If you bench KJ, Brogan's telling us right now, Boswell last year was stupid. I agree with you. I won't argue with that. Whatever it may be. Let's just say a player shows up late, 20 minutes. They're so early. They're an hour early. But 20 minutes later when they're supposed to arrive. You're benching that dude?
Well, but again,
in college basketball in February?
All right, then let me rephrase this then. At what point then are you just running a program where players don't care about anything that you have to say?
Sure, but you're benching a guy? Like you're benching him?
I'm not talking about benching him, but you can let him wait a little bit. And again, like Muehlbach said, people don't care. Like,
the players coming off the bench already.
Right. Well, yes, exactly. Well, you know what? You don't bring him in. You don't bring him in at some point. Then you can't just have players do that. Is my point, because it fits into this that it's. I don't know.
When was the last time you watched a college basketball game and you said to yourself, why isn't this guy playing? That's so weird.
I would imagine, dude, like I said, do you think, I'll just ask you this. Do you think that this would have happened under Rick Pitino?
I don't know. If a guy
what's your gut?
late,
what's your gut tell you? If
sure,
a guy's showing up,
I think a guy this year has shown up 20 minutes late than he's supposed to. Yes.
30 minutes. All right. I guess we'll see. But I do think he needs to hold players accountable.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I just think that we don't know if he held him accountable. We have no idea. We don't know.
Dude, last year we kept hearing about, don't worry, Boswell's being held accountable.
Keep bringing up Boswell. I know. I agree with you on Boswell.
But that goes to everything. Boswell was all last year, though. I mean, it's not like this is irrelevant to the conversation.
About a guy who's I'm talking about this situation now. I don't care about Boswell. I don't. He screwed up on Boswell. Maybe he changed. I don't know. Boswell was a mistake, 100%. I'm talking about now this year. We have no idea how this stuff is getting handled. Like everyone assumes they know what's going on in practice. It's like why aren't they practicing free throws? Well, we don't know they're not practicing.
I lived Lloyd Olson, and with Lloyd Olson would bench you if you got caught, if you were past curfew.
Lloyd Olson wasn't dealing with NIL into transfer portal.
Well, okay, that's cool. Where's KJ's leaving midseason?
That's like the people that compare the tournament to 97. Like, who cares?
Right. KJ's just leaving midseason. Then if you say,
why not?
Dude, what's that?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
You guys are doing it all the time.
He's going to have a heck of a market then at that point.
Of course they will. You don't think a team will pick up BJ Freeman next year? Absolutely they will.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about BJ Freeman. We'll see about that one.
I think he'll absolutely have a market.
I think he'll end up. Yeah, what are we talking about? All right, let's get back to the team. But that just annoys me. That's my biggest pet peeve with Tommy is that he just whatever. All right, and I love Tommy, but that's a big pet peeve of mine. All right, let's get to players though. Jaden Bradley.
G Sports keeps saying the same thing over and over again. By the way, it's kind of funny.
What's that?
G Sports, the commenter G Sports.
What is he saying?
He's just copying and pasting the same thing about Ken Palm and Hopium.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. Okay. Either way. All right. Let's get 2 reads in, and then we're going to talk about Jaden Bradley, and we're going to talk. I'm pumped. BJ Freeman in New Mexico. What do we got, Cody?
Nothing.
Man, nothing. Yes, we were in sponsoring. Oh, we needed
We
that.
should have Jesse
Welcome,
Bridges. We should have Jesse
welcome,
Bridges read this read.
welcome to Michael Natowski. Okay. Again, you all know the drill. You all know the rumors going around right here about it. Sheer, what are the rumors going around, and how are they impacting the community in such a negative light that we have to fight back against them?
People think that they're not in, they're only in Tucson, Indonesia, and Alcatraz, and it's just not right.
It's not right. It's not right. They are in Tucson. We have to be clear about this. They are in Tucson. Yes. And again, they go north to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista Benson, and south to Nogales. You do not have to go to Alcatraz or Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. Yes, Green Valley Decorative Rock. Get your stuff from there, and they'll bring it to you if you get like a ton of stuff. Okay, what else we got, Cody? Oh, Baggins. 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 Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, Baggins. Has anybody gone there? People, we need you to go to Baggins today. Go to use Baggins and go there. And again, use code AZ12. You get 15% off there. And again, AZ12. Sheer, what is your favorite sandwich?
Sundown.
Yummy, yummy in Sheer's tummy. And they give you a chocolate chip cookie as well. They got 12 locations, including one in Scottsdale. If you're like Dennis Walsh, by the way, Dennis Walsh is going to be our next guest segment. I'm going to spend the whole time asking why you blocked him for no reason. But either way, go to... Yeah, you block a lot of people that I'm finding out.
Who did I block? No, who? I missed the name.
You blocked him. You blocked Dennis Walsh
at
one point.
I didn't hear you.
You blocked Dennis Walsh at one point. You blocked...
I never blocked Dennis Walsh. Ever. I muted him.
All right. Now, the great Dennis Walsh. But either way, go there. You can check it out in Scottsdale as well. Check it out. And you can maybe get a cookie on your way to Green Valley Decorative Rock. Okay, now let's talk about next year's team. Next year's team's an interesting team for me because they can get in the you look at them and there's an interesting this team could really I never muted the great Dennis Walsh. That was sheer or blocked him. This team could actually be really, really, really good next year. Because look at it. And I said that we'll start in the backcourt. I lied. We're going to start in the front court. Let's start with Henry Vasar. Now, I know that Henry Vasar doesn't know how good he can be at this point. If you watch Fran, who I do like, by the way. But Henry Vasar likely back next year. Henry Vasar next year as a junior is an absolute monster.
Yeah. For sure. I mean yeah. Like, just look at the progress he made this season, right?
Right.
You assume one more season, getting one more off season and all that. Yeah, for sure.
He is and I believe if he comes back, I believe he's a first round pick then next year. And I think it's pretty easy to pair him as a first round pick. Block shots, shoot threes, can run the court, does a lot of different things. I just don't, but why is this hopium thing? Is this sus?
Yeah,
or what
this
is
is sus for sure, dude.
Oh gosh, miss me with this hopium or whatever they're copium. So Henry Vasar.
Sorry, I just found out in Arizona's announcers. I didn't even know they were. One of them was announcing.
Who we got?
Jared Haas is on the call.
Oh, Jared Haas. Yes. If John Tesh was a coach, he would have been Jared Haas or Tad Boyle. Okay. So you got him. Then you got Mo Krivas. Now, Mo Krivas, I don't believe that Mo Krivas would have been the best player on this team, but Tommy Lloyd is obviously better than me. Krivas will likely be back next year. He was obviously really, really had a big part in what the Tommy Gun wanted to do. If those are your two centers next year, that's not terrible, Skier.
No. That's very not terrible.
And I don't think that we have any reason to believe that they won't be here next year.
That's going to be the best center combo. I mean, I'd have to look, and I don't know if Hunter Dickinson is getting another year. But that would be the best center combo in America, I would assume.
Yeah, we used to think Henry was a nothing. Yes, we did. We were wrong. So either way, I think both those guys are back, and I think it's hard to argue that they would be. Now, if you then you look at it at that that power forward position, Hopium better than MNBA. Get out of here, Brad Rich. No chance.
Nothing's better than MNBA.
Yeah. If you look at that power forward position, then Italy, if Tobe Awaka is the worst case scenario, then that's a good thing. Like if that's your worst case scenario, now I think you'd prefer to probably have Koa Peat. But overall, if that is your, if it's going to be one of those two guys, that's a good situation to have.
You got to assume one of these guys is leaving, right?
Right. I believe that Krivas and Henry will be back. I don't believe that both Tobe and Koa will be on the team because Koa's not coming here to come off the bench.
Yeah, and then you throw in E-Man. Like there's only so many spots on a team, right?
Right.
So.
And my concern with E-Man as well is that he's probably not going to play a ton next year, and he didn't redshirt this year for whatever reason. So
yeah, if Koa and Tobe are your two power forward options, and you're going to definitely have one or the other.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I think you've done well in your offseason.
Yes, and can we? If Tobe comes back, is he a spacer?
That's because he hit a three. He's shooting 50% from three.
He is.
You know what? His mid-range jumper is really nice looking.
It is really nice.
From the corner of the free throw line, right? He's really good at those.
You know what else is nice too is when he has a little floater now too that he does.
Yeah.
He's unless he's playing Houston, who has the guys with the 7'10" wingspans, he's really.
Was Murph right?
Oh, you're gonna out Murph right now?
No. Well, he told us.
You just outed Murph. You just outed Murph.
In a good way, though. In a good way. He told us. When they, who cares?
If Murph texts us, it's on you, not on me.
He said that Tobe had a good offensive game, a much better offensive game than we thought. He did not all. That's not
all he said. That's not all he said. But okay, yes, we love you, Murph. Maybe he's right. I mean, maybe he is. Tobe comes back next year and he's hitting step back threes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
and then he points to the camera and he said, "That's for you, Javier Ramos."
Yeah, that's for you, for Javier Ramos, baby. Get in here. All right.
Owaka would be such a better offensive player.
Look up. We're looking up.
Owaka would be such a better offensive player if he could actually play above the rim.
Well, no, that would defeat everything.
He would be in the NBA if he'd be in the MNBA if he could play above the rim. He wouldn't be here.
Shooting above the rim is overrated.
There's too many times that just like Trey, where he's just getting beat by someone who's getting up a little bit higher.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, let's see here. What is this? Oh, this is great. Breaking reports from inside Washington Spring.
Yeah, it's not real.
Oh, is this Dick Cheese guy or whatever? Oh, that guy, that loser, Dick Cheese. But again, Tobe is what he is, man. I mean, he just is what he is. But either way, if those are one of my two power forwards, I am fine with that. I would actually, as much as I like Tobe, I would prefer Koa because I want a little bit more dynamicism. Our good pal John Brogan.
Dynamicity.
Yes. But either way, yeah, that's a good one. Steve-O Spy says, Steve-O Spy, who doesn't like my ad reads, is here. Tobe is a keeper. Yes, I agree. Let's get to some reads. Okay. All right. What do we got? Real quick. Bring it up. Man, this is smooth. Eris Dental. Eris Dental. Y'all know it. Land the man with the master plan. Now, look at Sheer. You're like, man, that dude needs dental implants. Lots of them. Guess what? Shearer, though, if Shearer says, you know what? I don't want to go to Sri Lanka. So we'll use Sri Lanka today. I don't want to go to Sri Lanka to get $38 teeth implants.
Wow.
Oops. Wop. Yeah, that was bad. I don't want.
Sorry, Lynn Allen, you're going to be getting some interesting calls today.
Yes. No. I do not want to go there. I don't want to go there to get teeth implants. Guess what? I want to go there to be able, I want to be able to go to some place that I trust. I want to be that was bad. I want to be able to go there and for the 1997 special championship deal, 1997. Again, you're not going to get a better deal than that, and you get the crown as well. You mess with the you mess with the implant, you get the crown. Mess with the paw, you get the glove. So either way, check it out. Aris Dental, get them. Tucson Teeth, TucsonImplants.com. Check it out, both of those ones. Okay, now what else do we got? Oh, Signature Pest Solutions. Now, Land might be thinking to himself right now, Mike Luke, you are a pest.
Wilbur, I hope you saw that.
Yeah. Oh, that was not good. You mess with the crown, you get the yes. Signature Pest Solutions. AZ12. You got to use this. This is our guy Martin. Martin is the man. Here's you go. You go there and you get all kinds of good stuff with this. And again, you've got termite season coming up. We hate those termites. Yeah, we want to get rid of them. We want to. They stink. So again, check it out. You got to get those. And again, you can also get rid of big bed bugs, weed control. But again, help us help you, though, my friends, and make us look better than we should. AZ12 for 100% off termite treatment or $50 off pest control. Get it. All right. Now, let's get back to it. Carter Bryant. I said this yesterday. I was talking with Brogan about this. Generally, to me, here's where it's a little bit different. Listen, I think Carter Bryant is a better MNBA prospect than let's see here. I think Carter Bryant is a better MNBA prospect than Dalen Terry, and Dalen Terry doesn't have the.
Carter's already a better shooter than Dalen Terry will ever be. So.
Correct. But here's where I worry, though, more about Carter than I did, or Dallin, as our friend would say. Here's where I worry a little bit more about Carter, though, in the MNBA. I mean, because Dalen Terry, though, still had a skill set where he could handle the ball a little bit. He was scrawny, but he was still more wiry strong. He had a little bit more man muscle, I guess is the best way of putting it. Carter still has boy muscle, and that's not his fault. That's why his upside is so high. But he can't handle the ball. He's got boy muscle, and he makes some really bad decisions at some point. I need him to come back, and I need him to. I think he would make, especially in the NIL era. I think it would make a lot of sense for him to come back, Skier, because he can get paid. And our guy Brogan actually made a good point as well. If you're the 28th pick, a team has no real reason, unless you just are off the charts good, has no real reason to try to play you and get better. If you're a lottery pick, they want to play you because it looks stupid for them if you don't turn out to be good. I think this is one of those ones where instead of making dollars, he's making sense.
Look at, man, you're just dropping it right now.
I know.
Yeah, Dalen Terry as a freshman, or Carter. I think Carter was better as a freshman, wasn't he? Than Dalen
yeah, for sure.
But Dalen had a defensively.
Do you know what I'm saying though? His body was just more like, go ahead.
Yeah. It's close. I think Carter definitely has more potential.
I know. I agree with that. I think he has much more potential, but I also don't think that I worry about Carter also emotionally. I'm very protective of Carter. I just don't. I watch a lot of MNBA. I know a lot of people don't watch a lot of MNBA. They're wrong. The MNBA is awesome, but it was easier for me to see Dalen going into an NBA practice after a sophomore than it was to imagine Carter going into an NBA practice as a freshman. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
I mean, so that's where I'm at.
Everything
Plus,
you say is fair, Mike.
Yeah. Plus, I think that if Carter Bryant comes back, I think no, Caleb is that's my Caleb. But I think if Carter comes back, I think Carter is a lottery pick. And honestly, I think he's a lock lottery pick. He needs more girth, but he's also got boy muscle though. You look at it, he's got boy muscle. There's no real.
I have boy muscle.
I mean, yeah, he got boy girth.
He has a great frame. So him putting on weight and strength, that doesn't concern me.
Yeah. No, I don't worry about that at all either. I'm just saying that I just worry about him emotionally as well. Because he's just such a nice young kid.
He's just a baby.
He's
just a baby.
I saw him at Panda Express like 3 months ago, and I froze up. I didn't say anything. I was just like, I don't know what to do here. So, but he was,
Aww.
yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He got a picture. He was at the coaches show and he got a picture with Aurora.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And he
looks like he's like 12.
Yeah. Aurora thought he was very attractive. My dog, Bianca, just came in here with a Rice Krispie treat in her mouth.
Do Rice Krispie treats give you gas?
We're gonna find out. She's looking at me. It's not open, but she's looking at me like, "Are you gonna leave the podcast to stop me or not?"
Yeah, well, it's like no, you're not. You can have it. Yeah,
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah, it's on the house. But I do, but like I said, now let's talk KJ. So I believe that Carter could be. I believe Carter, if he came back next year, I believe that he would have I believe he would probably be something like 15 or 16 and 5. I think he'd be a good percentage shooter. I think he would be a really good player. I think he'd be a top 15 pick.
That's fair. I don't know. Would he get drafted this year?
Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, 100% he would get drafted.
I think he'd be close.
He
Not
would
first round.
Doesn't he? Isn't he projected like the 25th pick by like everybody?
Yeah, I say not first round.
That is the 25th pick is the first round.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if he would be the first round.
All right. Well, everybody is saying that he's first.
I mean, KJ Lewis was Mo Crevis, KJ Lewis, all those guys.
Oh, that Mo Crevis thing. That was all crap. Dude, when you were sending me all that stuff about they're like, oh, the projected 13th pick, get out of here. All right. Now let's talk KJ. Let's talk KJ Lewis. KJ Lewis is a junior. I like KJ. Norin Rudin says I have seen him in many mocks in the 20s. Yes. When it comes to KJ, there's a couple things that I would like KJ to adjust if he's back next year. I agree with you, man. I like KJ. The body language has got to be better. Yeah. I agree with you, man. The body language sucks a lot of the time. And you could say it's just body language, whatever the case may be. It still kind of matters. And the body language isn't good.
No, it sucks. It sucks. I don't like when you can see that players are clearly frustrated, and just keep it to yourself, man. Just right. I don't like the body language. I don't like it just rubs me the wrong way.
And I don't like yes. Michael S says he needs to spend all summer with a ball dribbling. Yes.
I don't know does that stuff improve? Like, have you ever seen a player where they've gone from can't dribble at all to all of a sudden they can really dribble?
He can. The thing that he can work on is he's never going to be able to come up and cross you up and make three guys miss, but he can tighten his dribble. The problem that I have with him too is that when he's dribbling the ball up court, if you watch him, he's dribbling it up here. Like, it's not fluid. It's not, so you can improve it. It's just not going to be to the extent where he's not all of a sudden going to be, a good ball handler, but he can improve it to a certain degree. I would like to see him work on that. And honestly, I'd like to see him, a case of humble pie really isn't the right term, but I would like to see him focus more on himself. He's another one that I was, a person that's been courtside many times who likes him a great deal, says he's another one, man. He says he talks all game nonstop.
Oh, you get it. When you watch the game, a lot of guys do it quietly, like Jaden Bradley. You look at him; he'll talk a little trash, but he's not openly. KJ talks an immense amount of trash,
and
like openly.
What my buddy who said, and he's like, I like the guy a lot, but he's not good enough to be talking nonstop the entire game. And he said, I think it takes away from his game because there's some points where it looks like he loses it to a certain degree. I don't know that he talks more than Caleb.
The difference is Caleb has games where he drops 27%. Mike and I are very similar in this approach. If you're good, I don't care if you talk trash. It's when you've got 4 points and 3 rebounds and you get a rebound and you're talking crap to someone else.
That's why I despised Kerr Kriisa.
Yeah.
Every single post game. Dude, you were 2 of 14. Shut up.
Yeah, if you're good and you talk trash, I love it. I think it's hilarious.
It's cool. But, and again, you're just not the Mike. You a good trash talker? No,
Mike just passes gas on you. He doesn't.
I'm a very subtle trash talker. Ask anybody that's refereed my games. Like I'm the type of ref that'll say something like
silent but deadly. That's it.
You're not good enough. You're not good enough to get that call. Buzz off. But that's what if he does come back, I would like to see him. I'd welcome him back, obviously, but I would like to see him kind of look himself in the mirror and maybe adjust some things to a certain degree, because I think he's gotten in. I'll be honest. I think he's gotten in his own way a good portion of this year. Let me ask you this. What do you think? How would he have dealt with Sean?
You mean how Sean would have dealt with him?
Well, yeah, but yeah. What
So
do you
Sean was unique because he had openly told me that he'd never shied away from troublemakers. He loved those kids because he felt that they were tough. Like whenever you heard a kid was drama, he actually liked that. Like they very rarely. It's funny. Tommy is very big on character and culture and all that. Sean was the opposite. If you were a bad kid or whatever, he just figured he could handle you and he would find a way to handle you.
right?
I think he would love KJ. I really do. But the body language and stuff wouldn't be happening.
Yes, I would agree with that. So it is what it is. Let's see here. But I'm fine with him, and I think you would agree with this. I'm fine with him coming back, but I'd like him to kind of look inward at some point as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Josiah Turner. Yeah, dude, he was done with Josiah Turner pretty quick.
I mean, you had to, but there's a difference between being a jerk and breaking the law 18 times.
Right. I mean, yes.
Yeah. When you're failing every single drug test you take, I mean, what are you gonna do?
They not like us. They not like us. All right. Now, let's see here. Let's Wildcat Fanalytics. You guys are smarter than us. We already talked about this for like 10 minutes. You go back and look. Trust me, you might like it. All right. Now let's get some reads in here, and I want to get to the backcourt. I want to talk about the backcourt. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Everybody, you know where to be. February or March 1st. March 1st, everybody. Arizona, Iowa State. Time to pay some bills. Absolutely, Stutcho. Everybody be there. I'm going to be there. Cody James Martin is going to be there. Now, you might say to yourself, Mike, Cody James Martin, is he actually a person or does he look down from above? You'll be able to find out there. Maybe he'll be in the roof.
I was going to go to this one, but I totally forgot my cousin has a birthday at 6 to 9, so I got to stop in. But Shelby and I are locked in.
Yes.
To the Kansas one.
The Kansas one. Exactly. I might have the missus with me as well for the Kansas one, so you guys can come see how I do. But either way, let's see here. David Rosen, the great David Rosen. Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited to see you. Everybody, you guys got to be there, though. Dennis Walsh, maybe you should show up as well. Also, $1 off craft beers, $1 off brats. Is there anything that sounds more manly than a brat and a beer?
That's very manly.
Yes. We expect Dennis Walsh to come flying in his private jet. You know, the back there is so big because they literally have like one of the biggest parking lots in the entire city. Dennis Walsh might be able to actually fly his jet in there. That's how.
Will Leanne Allen be able to do breast implants in the
back? No.
Oh,
okay. We're not. That was a bad one on me. That was not good. Yes. Either way, check it out. Yes, we will be there. I will be there talking with the kids, doing all that stuff. Cody James Martin.
You're bringing your kids?
No, I said talking with the kids. My parents will be there, though. My mom's going to be there.
I'm really upset that I'm not. We really were. I'm not. This isn't a Jason Shear made up. I'm going, but I'm not. You can ask Shelly. We really were going to go.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's see here. You also, but again, my mom will be there as well, as will the service dog. Ted Wardo can't get in, so you won't be able to meet Ted Wardo. We can't bring him in there.
We'll find a way.
Michael S., the great Michael S., says, we got to remember Super Snap. Bring the Super Snap up, and then we'll get back to the, let's see here. We got to remember these are kids. I support anyone passionate about returning and bettering themselves. Lloyd needs to take the reins better if we're criticizing attitudes. I agree with all that. I don't think we're not disagreeing with any of that. I like that. Yes, I like that. Thank you very much for the Super Snap, Michael S. $10. All right, but anyways, be there. I will be there. And then the Kansas one is on March 8th as well. Ted Wardo getting the dental implants. No, Ted Wardo doesn't need dental implants. All right, now what else we got?
Nothing. He's perfect the way he is.
All right, now. Oh, we already did Andre Veras. We already did. That was Longview. We already did Longview. But again, Andre Veras is the man. We all know this. Andre Veras actually got tagged in Twitter yesterday by Jesse Britches saying that something about Andre Veras, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is Andre Veras. But either way, personalized, comprehensive financial planning, tailored retirement income strategies, distinctive wealth management solutions, highly qualified with top guys. Be like Andre Veras. Be like Andre Veras. And again, you will thank us later. Wildcat Fanalytics. This is either D'Artagnan or Udafo. One of them, both of them smarter than me. If a player is 30 minutes late, they should have to sit the first 30 minutes of a game. Accountability is huge in culture. I will say this. If you do that, he probably wouldn't be late again.
I would love to see the fan base if that happened.
Yeah, I think you're wrong about this. I think the fan base would blame Tommy Lloyd. Why is he 30 minutes late?
That's my point. They would blame Tommy for sitting him, and they would blame Tommy for him being 30 minutes late.
I don't think they would blame Tommy. I don't for sitting him. But either way, Norton Rudin, slight disagreement about the kids label. When you start, yeah, this is also where I'm at. I agree with this, Norton. I think there's a middle ground here. $10 super stat.
Yeah, you hate
appreciate
it. You're all in on criticism.
Slight disagreement with the kids label. I have no problem. To me, there's a line, though, that you can't cross. Like, if anybody's watched this show for 5 seconds, you know that I am not a fan of Trey Townsend and how he plays basketball or the effort he gives. But you know what we always try to do? We always try to say, too, that by all accounts, he's a good kid. At the end of the day, Trey Townsend is living life. He is a Division I basketball player. He's getting paid a lot of money to do it. He's going to be okay if some dweeb in a guest room says that he's not very good at basketball. And he's getting paid. At the end of the day, though, it just kind of is what it is. I have no problem criticizing a play, criticizing any of that. You just never cross that line into, this guy sucks, or like Red Wines. That guy, that putz. He'll like literally after every game, after he's all liquored up, he'll just start talking about how Caleb Love is this, Caleb Love is that. It's like, no, dude, this is basketball. Be a grown person. Okay, so there's that. Now, either way, check it out. I would love to see everybody out there at RJ's Frozen Cactus. Make me look good. Okay, now let's get into the perimeter here, Skier. Jaden Bradley. Now, all last year, you were taking L after L after L. And about what you wanted to stick with Kylan Boswell to the very end. I said no. I was victorious. I do worry though about Jaden Bradley. Though I do worry if he's I do worry if he's wearing down a little bit. I would fully expect him back next year. Everybody, we also need to show love to Jaden Bradley if there is another commitment. If there's another commitment, we need to show love to Jaden Bradley. Though this is true, Sheer.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Yes, but Jaden Bradley is a winning basketball player. That's the best way that I could put it. He makes winning plays. I know that he's that he's far from perfect and he hasn't been playing well of late, but you win basketball games with guys like Jaden Bradley on your roster, Skier.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried that he hasn't played well as of late, but at the same time, his not playing well still isn't awful. I need him to be a little better, but yeah, I mean, he's just important. And then next year, I mean, the value in a senior point guard is just immense in this day and age of college basketball.
And if you've got another ball handler as well, Ben White was making this point about you've got to have another guy in there that's also another ball handler, and that you've got to be able to, if you have two of them in there, that's so much better than one, where you just watch it now and it's on him to be able to take control of every single, man, opponent, whoever you're playing. You've got to be able to have that second one. And I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's been the issue. That's the biggest. When Arizona, when you discuss roster construction and all that, it always goes back to not having that second ball handler.
Yep, exactly. A stud show. Have the Cats regress backwards towards December? No, I don't believe that. I believe that this team is significantly better than what we're in December, because the team in December, I don't believe the team in December gave a very good effort. I really don't. I believe this team gives pretty good effort. I like this team.
Yeah, I don't think it's regressing. BYU's really good right now. I think they're 9-3 in their last 12. Arizona should have won that. Kansas State really is the only loss that bothers me. Kansas State sucks. They should have won that game. Losing to Houston, okay.
Everybody though, we've got to be able. No, I disagree with that, Nick. Everybody though, we got to be very clear on this. We love hitting the like button. It's very, very good, but the priority now is the subscribers. We've got to pass the word. That's how we really, the subscribe. Hit the subscribe button on AZ12. We need subscribers. We need even more. Rich Carrillo just subscribed, and he didn't know that I saw that he could subscribe. Yep, Rich. That guy. Hey, want to hear something funny? So I got another notification that he was on my LinkedIn yesterday. Dude, I have not been on my LinkedIn in like 10 years, bro. So I don't know what you're going for, but you're not going to find anything there. Hi, take that, Rich Carrillo. But hit the subscribe button just like Rich did. All right. Jaden Bradley, though, obviously, yes. Now, let's talk Conrad Martinez. I expect no role for Conrad Martinez next year.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I think it was cute. I think that, but again, It is what it is. Brayden L. Burries. If Brayden L. Burries is on the team, Brayden L. Burries. Somebody find me Brayden Burries' middle name, please. I hope it's like Leonardo or something. But if
Brayden Leonardo Burries.
Oh gosh, would that be an amazing name? But if Brayden L. Burries is on the team next year, that would be absolutely. He and KJ, I think, would pair very. I mean, not KJ. Jaden would pair very nicely together.
That's exactly what you need.
Yeah. I mean, I think you would pair very, very nicely. Now, ADO, listen, there are some things that just don't go into the box score. ADO is the epitome of that. ADO is one of the best winning basketball players in, I think, in college basketball. I think at this point, the numbers are what they are. Sheer has accepted the L. You win games with guys like ADO. You just do.
ADO should play very well tomorrow. We agree on this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about Saturday? Yes. What do you think his role will be on Saturday?
I don't know what anybody's role is on Saturday. That's a Mike Luke Hedge. I just spit on myself. I just spit on myself.
Mike and I want to be very clear here. We are going into Saturday's matchup with the full assumption that Arizona is going to get run, and anything else we'll be happy about. Like if it's like a 4-point game, or God forbid they win.
Yes.
But I'm just enjoying the ride, If
we're on the post-game show and we're talking about a win, we did not expect that. But you know what? That's what's fun about that. Can Burries defend Big 12 guards as a freshman? Sure. He's a top 15 type pick. Yeah, he should be able to. And if he can't, then well, you know what? We'll send him to Ben One White and he'll toughen him up. All right. We got another read in here, and then we're gonna talk about one more player, and then I gotta Let's see here. Michael Rubin.
Yes.
Here is the deal with Michael Rubin. All right. Here's the deal. He can help buy, sell, or refinance. You gotta hit him up though. 520-419-4262 from the Swift Mortgage Group, Swift Mortgage Rubin Group. This guy's the man. Here's the deal. Now it's time for the Pima County Lighthouse Down Payment Assistance Program. It's being released in March. Guess what? March is almost here. That means you want to get pre-qualified now ahead of the release date. Apply that QR code in the corner. See that QR code? Boom! Hit that QR code, and you can get 4% assistance and a below market interest rate. We could potentially get you in a home with no out of pocket. Now scan the QR code. And again, if you know or anyone is looking to buy a home or refinance, reach out to my man, Mike. Use Salim Stoudemire for $500 off closing costs. Michael Rubin. Woohoo! All right. Now we got another one. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. Now, I got to send the picture of Tony Gimino to, I'm going to send that to him right now. Cody, we need to start using this picture as well with the Tony Gimino picture. But as we all know, Tony Gimino just got a new HVAC, and he has been talking nonstop about it. Now, Sheer, Tony was also, he was like knocking on your door and stuff at like 3 a.m., right?
Typical Tony.
And then just leaving. And Tony, though, doesn't have to anymore because his HVAC is working, and he said that it was great. Now, use code word Wildcats for 10% off. Again, build, and he said it got about $2,000 lower as well. Small business with big savings. Build on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record. Perfect. Let's see here. I had to change. Reminder, Dennis Walsh says, I had to change my OF to Comfort XL. What does that mean? What does OF mean? OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh.
People tell me that. I don't actually know that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh yeah, OF. Only. Yeah. All right, either way, check it out. Comfort X HVAC. You will thank me later. I am sending this picture to Cody James Martin. We're going to use this. This is such a sexy picture of Tony. Look at this. Look at these guys.
God.
Look at these guys. Look at this. This is after the install. Look at this.
Look at manly Tony is.
Look at
man
Tony.
Of confidence, man of girth.
Yes, a man of confidence. Look at that. Brad Rich says that's hot. Right, that's hot. Yes. Check it out. Okay, now let's talk about a couple other guys. E-Man. Unfortunately, I like E-Man a lot. I don't think E-Man's going to be on the team next year.
I hope he is. That means he's patient. Maybe he'll take his redshirt year like he, was supposed to. But yeah.
Yeah. And then who else did we talk about? Dwayne Aristod. I like his future a lot. What is his injury, by the way?
Foot.
Yeah, I was hoping it was like a shoulder or something. I don't like foot injuries.
Yeah. No.
Is there any chance he's going to be an early enrollee?
I mean, wouldn't he have already enrolled?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, now We're going to be back with you all tomorrow. Tomorrow. Very much appreciate you all, though. We got the skier Hedge in. Oh, let's get all the super snaps. Man, we all made a lot of money off super snaps. And again, right now it looks like we're going to be in smelly, rainy Seattle. Very excited. Matthew Abrams, thank you for all you guys do. Hashtag bear down. Also, Sheer, your go-to coffee order is so good. $9.99. Thank you, Matthew. You're the man. Let's see here. Andre Veras, the great Andre Veras, the very successful Andre Veras. Sheer Hedge, over under 2.5 competent ball handlers on the team. You and Ben One White are both hoping for more than 2.5.
Over. I'm going over.
Yep. Okay. What else we got? Vegas Falcon, $20. Put this towards Mike and Jason, meet and greet and Casey at the Big 12 tournament. Make it happen. Where again, not good.
It will not happen. But,
probably not, but again, we would love to see you up at smelly, rainy Seattle.
Yes.
We will be up there. Okay, what else you got? But Vegas Falcon is the man. Very much appreciate it. Michael S., $10. We gotta remember these are kids. I support anyone passionate about returning and bettering themselves. Lloyd needs to take the reins better if we're criticizing attitudes. I agree with this. Okay, Norin Rudin. A slight disagreement about the kids label. When you start taking sick, you are now accountable. I agree with this as well. These are not mutually exclusive. I agree. Okay, Stut Joe, have the Cats regressed back towards December? No. Thank you for the $2 super snap. All right. On that note, though, everybody out there, you are the best. Sheer, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby. We'll do the Utah game preview tonight.
All right. I don't understand hopium or copium or whatever that stuff is. That's stupid. Yeah.
Coke, dude. Coke. Being real
yes.
sus right now.
It's sus. Yeah, on that note, though. All right. For Jason Sheer, for everybody in the chat, you guys are great.
You don't know ball.
Back the yes. On that note, though, you will come back with us. You've been listening to the AC12 podcast.